Alright, now that we got the Picatinny rails on, let's get on with the Red Lion indexing rail. We'll put it together and install it on the Keltec Sub 2000. And it comes in several pieces. You've got hardware for it, comes with it. You are going to, I believe this is a T24 Torx. You are going to need one of these. It does not come with it. You can buy it like this. You can buy it like an Allen wrench, but you will need one to get this done right. So let's put it together. This is the front end. So let's turn around and get it lined up on the front. It's got two places where it screws in. Get that lined up. I think the hardest part is just getting them lined up. Once you got the first one, it's not too bad. I think I may have, well, I thought maybe I tightened down the other one too fast, too soon, but messed it up. But I didn't. It did line up. All right. You've got 3 here, 3 there, or is it 4? All right. Line that up. I know this isn't the most interesting, but it doesn't take very long. But I do like the way this looks on the gun, and it does add a lot of weight to the gun. I think if you were going to be packing out, this might not be the best way to go, because it does add a lot of weight to the gun. And when you're packing out, bugging out, and you're having to walk, you want to keep things as light as possible. So you might want to keep your gun a lot closer to stock. But really, it's a personal preference, and I'm doing this because I like to shoot. And is it just cool looking? And I know some of you will like it too. And it's really not that much heavier, but it is important to look at weight when it comes to packing out in an emergency situation. So it's something to consider. But I'm going to be shooting this gun a lot, and there is something to be said to be able to have some of these extra options on it. I don't know if it's necessary to have a scope and a laser. I'm putting both on, but I don't know if I'll actually leave the scope on all the time. I mean, if you're going to use it for bugging out, you're talking about a defensive weapon. It's not a long-range weapon. The further you get out there, the less knockdown power you're going to have. It's more of a close-up defensive weapon. So do you really need an aim point or a scope? You know, again, personal preference. I think I will probably end up using the scope to have some fun with, but in a situation where I'm packing out and I'm trying to protect myself and my family, I might just take that scope off and go with the laser. I think the new sights I put on the gun and a laser be all I needed. But there's so many different situations that you can come across. You know, one thing I like about this gun is you can use it to defend yourself, but this Keltec sub 2000 and 9mm is not that expensive to shoot. You can take out animals, dogs, you know, you could end up a situation like that. You can rabbits to eat. You can take out a deer with it. I wouldn't try it too far out though. You need to learn, go out and get used to the gun and find out how good you are with it and make sure you are good with it. Alright, now this one screws in. So I'm going to take the stock off and I'll come back and we'll install the Red Lion rail. Alright, now I've got the front side off, got the stock that comes with the gun off. This Red Lion rail system, this slides on. You'll see a groove here, that side's got to go up. If it looks like that, you see all the hardware, it's upside down. This groove here is, so when it folds, it clears the sight. Now, the Torx is on this side. I'm going to get that to tighten down.
I ended up to loosen it up a little bit. Might not have it quite open enough to start.
That looks alright. Just start tightening these down so you get it to lock into place. I'm going to have to put my glasses on so I can see a little better. There you. It does take a bit of tightening down. don't want to be gentle with it. You want to make sure you get it good and tight. Do not want it coming apart. And then you're in a position where you might be defending yourself. Now, even after you've got these tightened down and the whole system installed, it might be good to come back and check them. You know, let everything kind of tighten down a little bit, and come back and see how tight they are, and if need be, retighten them. So I noticed I had it a little bit off the screen, but I think you can still see it. This side needs the screwdriver, and there's 3 of them here. Make sure it's good and tight. So now you can slide this over. You tighten that down, and you can put your scope. You could put your, like I'm going to do, you'll have your scope here, laser here, grip here. Now we'll go over all this stuff in a separate video, but I've got a grip that will fold back out of the way. But also this will slide out on either side, and for your laser, this laser comes with the switch that you can put here, so when you grip it you can turn it on. I don't really like wires hanging on mine, so I'm just going to set it to where when you grip it you can reach up and turn it on, but we'll hold off on that for another video. I probably will put another rail here so I can add a flashlight, but I haven't decided yet, and I haven't even decided if I like that scope, that aim point. This one has red and green, but it sits real high. I've ordered a different one that sits lower. I'll figure out which one I like, and I'll explain to y'all why I like them, why I don't like them, whichever one I decide on. So anyway, so one of the reasons I like this Red Lion, you can turn it in 90-degree increments, turn it back down, then everything would be out of the way. Fold your gun back, and there you go. I'm not going to reinstall everything. I think that's probably good enough to show you what it can do, and as I add the other stuff you'll see how it works out. But it's fairly simple. I am working on a budget. This is I kind of splurged a little bit on, but I wanted to, and sometimes I just do things because I want to. But I think this is it's a good, solid build, quality build. It does add some weight to it, but for my purposes, not too much. And I can always go back to the stock one if I want. So that's it for now. We'll come back and have every other, I don't know which one I'll start on, but I'll review one of the other parts, and we'll add some of the updates and on the next video. Thanks, and from bestbugoutbagcontent.com, thanks, and see you next time.